I would ideally love to order all of the things that are still on our Christmas shopping list. So he got 4 different notifications about our sink. He said the design that under here is so bad.
Coming back to kitty prison.
Kitty prison. I wish y'all could smell this right now. Look at the color. Estimated delivery December 9th to 23rd. Oh my god, we are cutting it freaking close.
It's cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night underneath the mistletoe. And I've gotten you a present that I put under the tree. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. The snow is
Good morning, my friends, and welcome to Vlogmas Day. I'm not really entirely sure. I've been struggling with my coffee a bit lately. I've been trying to find like dairy-free alternatives that are just as good as like a cream and sugar, and like even the sugar I want to be better at. So we tried stevia and I hate it, so I'm definitely going to be buying sugar for the house for coffee. I think that's the problem, because I have found some really good dairy-free creamers. Like I actually might like them more than cream, but I think what it is ever since I switched to stevia and hated it, and now I don't like to put it in my coffee at all because I don't have sugar in the house right now to like switch back to. That's where my coffee has been a little disappointing. I just need that splash of sugary goodness, you know? But hello, we are currently uploading Vlogmas Day 1. Just angle you down a little bit. Okay. Which is exciting. I am actually very, like, I'm festive. Like, I feel festive doing this. This gets me in such a festive mood because I know that I'm sharing it out to people who are also excited to be counting down to Christmas. And like, it's just such a Christmas thing. I associate Vlogmas with Christmas, and Christmas is just like full of joy anyway. So I'm pumped about it. But while that is uploading, it is the 2nd of December currently. Again, I have a few more vlogs to go up in between the Vlogmas Day 1 and then like these vlogs that you'll probably be seeing. But you guys know, if you've been with me for a bit, and if you haven't, I do monthly finances. Like I like to look at my finances on a monthly basis to reset credit cards, obviously pay monthly bills. Like the rent is due kind of towards the 1st of the month, so that kind of lines up with the monthly finance. So at the end of every month, I like to look at everything. I like to pay off credit cards. I like to take taxes out of what I've earned during the month because I'm a contractor. I'm not a salary or what do they call those? Full-time employees? Like what are those? Jack is a full-time employee, so he has all of his taxes and stuff taken out of his paycheck already, but I do not. So in order to not be shocked, although it's always shocking no matter how much I prepare, in order to not be shocked or reduce the shock factor when taxes are due at the end of the year, I like to take out 25% of what I have earned that month and just shovel it away into savings. 25% is always higher than I need, but hey, that's extra savings and I'm not mad about that. And then at the end of all of it, whatever is left over, I like to put into savings. But with all that said, I don't love spending money. Like I don't like going out to Wines Day or buying Christmas presents or like anything, like even buying cat food if we don't have to in the new month without me resetting for the month, because it just feels like the finances get all muddled and like the spending is just like kind of muddled, and does that make any sense to anyone else? Does anyone else do finances at the end of the month, or is that just me? Anyway, with that said though, I have been waiting to do this reset. We did a lot of our Christmas shopping. I would say like a little more than half of our Christmas shopping in November, and there are a few things that we have left to split up the spending into December. And so with that said, I would ideally love to order all of the things that are still on our Christmas shopping list that I have to order from online, because it is in December and all of the mailing and everything has been like super delayed recently. So I just don't want to wait on those any longer, and I can wait for the in-person things just a little bit longer because it's just December 2nd. So if you are a close friend or family member December. For anyone that is going to be there on Christmas morning, or if I am a part of like a Secret Santa or anything with you in it, you have to stop watching. I am trusting you. You cannot watch any further than this because I'm about to show you guys the things that I'm buying. Okay, Jack and I have this shared notes list over here, and with like all of these people and what we have brainstormed for them. So first up, there is a mug that we want to get for my future sister-in-law, which is crazy to say. Sam, my brother's fiance, Avery, she's gonna be with us on Christmas morning. Avery is currently writing a book, and I know that her desk area is super important to her, and like she loves the whole setup and everything, so I wanted to get her this mug, the original mug that we had on the list. We had like, not original, I should say, we had 2 mugs on the list, and first was this one. There wasn't a ton of options on Etsy about writers or like personal writers type of mugs, but we found these 2. And I love the like personal aspect of this because we could write her name Avery on it, but the graphic on this one was like way cooler. And based on the stuff that she likes to read, I just feel like this just emulates her so much more. So I would like to get this. Let me just put it to my cart. Let me see. Estimated delivery December 9th to 23rd. Oh my god, we are cutting it freaking close. I have faith that it'll get to me in time before we go up to my parents' house. I have faith. Okay, so for mom, one of the last things that we're gonna get her is this it's so cool. So cool. So originally, we had on the list to get mom, and we were all gonna go in on it as like a family, podcast equipment. And that might seem completely out of the blue, but my mom works with this marketing team for her blog and her website and things like that, and they have for like the last year to year and a half, 2 years or so, told her that she has such a great voice for a podcast. It's not something that she would probably do on her own, so she sort of kind of asked me if I would be interested in a podcast, and I'm like, I don't even know what to talk about. And she was like, this whole conversation that we're talking could be part of a podcast. I'm like, you're so right, but we've just not bit the bullet on it. The year got crazy. There was the whole researching equipment thing and all of that stuff, so it's definitely intimidating to just start. So we thought that getting her the equipment that we've researched and like good beginner equipment would be a good start, but it might stress her out. It's like a 50-50 shot. It's like, what if we don't get the right stuff, or what if she had other stuff in mind, or what if this is like, okay, now you have to start, and it kind of like stresses her out. Like, I don't want to like put pressure on it, you know? So instead of that, Jack and I kind of thought about a few different little things that we think that she would really enjoy. And one of these, I got served up this ad. This is one of them. Oh good, it's still on sale. I got served up this ad. It's called Lord of Maps. I think it was on Instagram. Their entire website is full of just like a bunch of different states and countries and all of that stuff, that just maps basically of different areas. But the thing about the freaking maps, they are like Lord of the Rings themed, which is freaking cool. And my mom is such a big Lord of the Rings fan. Like, my mom and my brother are such big Lord of the Rings fans. And I know she loves Maine so much. And so I thought that like this map of Maine would be so freaking cool. So I want to get this for her. There's the original one, which is super white, but I like the age look. And then I'm not going to get it framed because their frames are pretty pricey. It goes from $20 to $69, which I'm sure their frames are beautiful, but I think I can get still a really good frame just like in store. So I'm gonna add this to the cart, and I think that she'll love that so much. And then we have a few other things that we've picked up along the way, but the only other thing on the list would be a frame, but I'm gonna do that like in person. So I need Jack for dad's gift, so we're going to just scoot by that. Actually, I need packing paper, so let me go to, for dad's gift, I don't know how to like, I'll just give like a very quick synopsis about it. We want to put together a crate full of 3 different wines, and this is going to be like from the kids, and it'll be like 3 wines, because he loves wine, that remind us of different aspects of him based on their like region or description and stuff like that. So one of them is from this really small vineyard, and they focus on like being neighborly and coming together and enjoying wine and things like that. And we thought him just like bringing the family together and always wanting the family to be together would be really cool. One of them is infused with cold brew, which sounds disgusting disgusting and it could be very gross, but it just made sense because coffee. And then we need to find the third one. But in that, there is, what do I say, like packing, shredded. We have this wooden crate from like Michael's, and in that I want to pack it with this paper stuff because I think it's like super classy with the wine kind of settled in there. I think that would be really cool. So let's add that to the cart, December 10th through 16th. That's perfect. I think literally everything else, including cards for people that we're sending gifts to, are all in person. I'm super excited to pull the trigger on some of this stuff. I've been waiting to do it, and I feel very organized doing it. So I'm gonna order this stuff, and then we will just go on about this crazy day. Whatever the guy did with the sink did not end up working. So we put in a work order last night, and then Jack texted him today, our maintenance guy, just letting him know that we did that, just in case he didn't see it, or like, hey, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, we can't use our sink, can you help us? So that's in the works. So who knows what the day will hold. It is a stream day, so whatever happens, I do get to stream, and I'm really excited to see you guys. You guys, our maintenance man, Steve, is literally the best. If he can hear me through the walls, I just want him to know that he's literally the best. And I feel really bad, so he came to the door. He came to our kitchen door, and he was like, so I got a text from, or I got a work order, and then I got a call to let me know that the work order was in and just making sure I saw it. And then I got a text from Carrie, and then I had asked Jack to text him this morning, so he got 4 different notifications about our sink. I feel bad, but at the same time, when we had this massive leak on our window like a year ago, it took them forever to come look at it. It was like raining. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
Remember the huge leak in the window right over here? Like it was raining and then we came out and there was a flood.
I remember the leak, but I don't remember it taking forever.
No one came for days.
Oh, okay.
So, and I was like, it's gonna rain soon, like again, and then we're gonna have like this massive flood here. So that's the only other work order we've ever put in for, and no one like responded to our work order. So I just wanted to like text him just to, you know, our sink there's something going on under there, and I guess our landlord saw the work order that Jack put in, and it said the word clog, and our landlord wanted to call Steve and just make sure he knew it was like more than a clog. So he came to the door. He was so great, like literally so good. He's so knowledgeable, and long story short, he fixed it. But if this is just our daily lives, so I want to explain like what is going on. He said the design under here is so bad. We have 2 separate lines, I guess, going down from like into the basement. One of them is for the dishwasher, one of them is for the sink disposal. But I guess nowadays the dishwasher should actually be hooked up to the disposal, and there's actually a hookup there for that reason, so that the dishwasher water can all go through here and kind of like clean it out, and it's just way more efficient, which is great. But we have 2 separate ones, so that's just one thing that could be causing just some backup. But then also we've got this thing for the dishwasher here, and then the same thing over here. I don't know the technical terms for it, but this is an issue because it's definitely slanted, and so anything that is coming here, like food, anything, it's all slanted, so it's all building up like over here instead of just like it being straight and going where it needs to go. It's just all building up because of the slant. And also over here, you take this thing out to empty this, or to like get inside of it, and you can take this thing out, and this is the dishwasher one, so you can take that thing out to empty it. However, this, they built it flush up against the floor, so Steve couldn't even like simply empty it because he suspected that's where clog was happening, and he couldn't even get there. So then he fills up the sink, and he's doing the plunger thing to like relieve pressure and try to get it that way, but it wasn't doing anything because where the water is coming out, there is an open pipe up here, and this is where the drain hose goes, and whenever we turn on the disposal, that's where the water is flooding out of. Everything is getting backed up in here, and then this is the only escape the water has. But since Steve was trying to plunge it and there was an escape here, there was no pressure actually being created. So all he did, he took a rag he had in his pocket and duct tape, and taped up the top of that hole and then tried again, and we heard this massive release when he like ran the disposal again. It was just brilliant. And so he's sending a few pictures to our landlord because he said in a few months you're gonna run into the same exact thing because of the design of under the sink. So he's sending a couple pictures to suggest what she does to like improve the under the sink flooding situation that goes on under here.
Basically, it's like after I have coffee in the morning.
Oh my god.
Massive release, which I'm about to do, so.
It makes me feel better that he was able to look at everything, and I feel like that explained like all of these issues. Oh. Allie, you can't be back here. You can't be here. You can't. You have to go back. Babe, can you open this?
Come here. Look at you. You're coming back to kitty prison.
Kitty prison.
Say goodbye to your mom.
Bye, Miss Allie. Yeah, it makes me feel better because ever since we moved in, we've had these like weird under sink issues. I always thought it was something that we did, and I felt really bad because I was like, if they weren't having issues before, and as soon as we moved in, they started having like flooding under the sink, I was like, we did something. But everything he explained just makes a lot of sense. And he even said, he was like, there's nothing that you can do to prevent this. It's just the design of the sink. I was like, thank goodness. Like, I don't like that it does that, but I also felt bad that there was like all this flooding happening like almost as soon as we moved in, but who knows, it could have been happening before, I have no idea. But what an eventful afternoon. Hi friends, it is post stream and I just want to thank everyone who shows up to the stream. Seriously, it obviously wouldn't be as fun if you guys weren't there to just chat with, like then I would just be by myself. So thank you all to everybody who hangs out with me. It's seriously so much fun. My cat right now, she's trying to get into the blanket that Jack just brought up from the laundry. She's trying to see like how she can like get inside of it. Hippo, what on earth are you doing, honey? If you guys ever want to join us, we stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I would say mainly The Sims, but kind of during like the fall winter time frame, Stardew Valley is just like calling my name. And I do wish that I could stream Animal Crossing, but I only have a Switch Lite. And Jack has a regular Switch, but Animal Crossing doesn't let you have two saves. Like I couldn't have my saved game and Jack couldn't keep his saved game on there, and that's the only Switch that can stream. So it would be Animal Crossing. It was for a hot minute, but otherwise just other cozy games like that. But I am now de-streaming. I'm just decompressing, just kind of being by my lonesome. But I am making this bean soup, no blender required. On my Pinterest page, I always have like our main recipes on Pinterest that we make. But I thought I would show you just quickly how we make it. It's super easy and freaking bomb. It's so delicious. So we've got one whole onion, diced, chopped, however big you want the onion pieces, and you get them a little clear. And now we are going to dump in 2 chopped bell peppers, red and orange for us. Mix those in until the peppers look a little bit softer. Next, it calls for 6 cloves of chopped up garlic. I just have this minced garlic in the fridge. I'm gonna guesstimate, plus we really like garlic, so I'm gonna call that like 1 to 2, 3, maybe a little bit more. Just a little bit more with the juices. With the garlic, it's calling for 2 tiny cans of, it asked for poblanos, but I couldn't find those. So I got 2 cans of green chilies, and this is what I used last time. And it still tasted very good. I wonder if I can find fresh poblanos now that I think about it. Didn't think about that because it says canned poblanos on the recipe, so I didn't think to look for that. So you mix it and let it get fragrant for about 60 seconds. And now you want 32 ounces, 4 cups of vegetable cooking stock. So it's a whole carton like this. And with this, we are going to bring it to a boil. Oh my god, it smells so good. Until it looks like this, all boily. So we need the black beans going in. Do it slow because it's hot. You don't want to be splattery on yourself. And this recipe for spices calls for 1 tablespoon of chili powder. I love this because it looks like so much spice, because it is, but it makes it So flavorful. 1 tablespoon of cumin. I do heaping tablespoons, let's be honest. 1 teaspoon of paprika and also 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. I do not like a smoky flavor. I'm just not a big smoky flavor fan, so I'm just gonna do 2 teaspoons of just regular paprika. It's getting a little wild up in there. Let's give it a stir. And then it calls for a 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, but Jack and I are a big fan of spice, so I'm gonna do a full teaspoon. Add as much or as little as you want on that. Now we'll do some salt, pepper, and then I just turn it down to a simmer, just a low heat, and it simmers all together. Let's let it calm down a little bit, my goodness. And we let it simmer for 20 minutes.
20 minutes, counting down.
Thank you. I wish y'all could smell this right now. You guys, after 20 minutes, look at the color that it has. It used to be like all like super bright, and now it's just all cooked together. Oh, you're steaming up. Oh no. And now we have a 1/3 cup of coconut milk, and we have this coconut milk from the last time that we made this recipe.
Wow.
I think it's fine. Questionable. Just a 1/3, just to add a little bit of creaminess. And then it calls for 4 ounces of your choice of green. And I have 5 ounces of spinach here, but I already used a little bit of it, so I think I'm going to use all of it. Oops. -1 leaf. Oh my gosh, it always looks like an overwhelming amount of spinach until it all cooks down into basically nothing.
That looks good, though.
You think I did good?
I think you done good.
When did you put the laundry in?
Before I showered, maybe
That's
half
not
hour
helpful.
ago,
Okay.
40 minutes ago.
Okay.
By the time we finish dinner, it should be ready.
Okay, I want to stay on top of that because we are packing up and leaving this establishment tomorrow morning-ish. And that is it, my friends. We just leave it in here for a little bit for the spinach to kind of wilt some more. And also wait for your husband to cook the chicken that he did not begin cooking during the right time of this process.
Oh, you're not eating it.
Want to eat together?
No, who does that? We're a
Oh
modern
my
family.
Lanta. But trust me guys, delish. And I'm going to end that Vlogmas episode here because we have to prep for our journey tomorrow to head up to my parents' house for a weekend full Christmas festivities. We've got Botanical Garden lights. We've got Santa arriving. I think we're doing that. Santa arriving on a lobster boat. The whole shebang. So, gotta get my mind around that. Otherwise, my friends, if you enjoyed this Vlogmas episode and you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, make sure you do so down below because we upload here every single weekday during Vlogmas leading up to Christmas. Everyone, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Follow me on all of my socials down below, and I will catch you in the next Vlogmas episode. I'll see you guys later. Bye!